Hi, YouTube. This is Sasha and Alicia with Chat Tea.
We are two best friends living in two different states that chat all things 90 Day Fiancé, Bravo shows, single and married life.
Alrighty, guys. And today we are doing our review on Darcey and Stacey. The saga of these twins continues. We are season 1, episode 9. And this episode is called First Impression and Last Chances. So, make sure to like, please, this video. It helps us more than you guys know. And go ahead and give us your comments. We'd really like to hear what you think of this episode. And go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And make sure that you hit the little bell so you don't miss any of our videos. So let's get on with it. If you guys have been watching, and I hope you have, we left off with Stacey with her sister on the bridge and seeing the actual footage of her brand new husband in bed with another girl. And while they still had some clothing on and they weren't actually doing anything sexual, they were definitely doing something wrong.
Something compromising for sure.
Very compromising. There was no doubt. So Stacey went ahead and left and went to her dad's house. So that's where we start out. We start out with her waking up at her dad's house, and she's pretty distraught. They show her just like, you could tell she's just trying to hold it together and not lose it.
As one would imagine. I mean, that's quite the shock to find out when you proudly announce that you guys are now married, and this decides to drop this bomb as she does.
Well, and it sucks because she kept asking him this is it, right? Like tell me the truth so we can get past it. And he's just deny.
He wasn't here for it.
I mean, I don't know. Is TLC paying him for denying? Because this is ridiculous. I mean, did the man really think he was going to get away with it? I don't know.
I think part of him thinks he was.
Yeah, you think?
I do.
You think he thought, if he just keeps denying it, it'll just go away? Maybe if he wasn't on TV, but...
Well, yeah, but I don't know. There's something, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think most, guys are caught cheating all the time. Girls are caught cheating all the time. And they literally, people will deny until the end. Mm-hmm. The end.
Yeah.
I mean,
they'll be caught red-handed in person, and they're still no, nothing happened. What are you talking about?
Exactly. And I think on TV, it's easier for them to keep denying it because they can blame editing. They can blame show stuff. They can blame entrapment. They can blame all these other things. I mean.
Yep. What was that song? It wasn't me, but she caught me red-handed. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Yeah, I mean, look back on old reality TV. Look at Vanderpump Rules when Kristen and Jack slept together.
True.
I mean, she denied it to the bones. And then we never knew because it was never anything filmed.
Yeah.
And Jax wasn't going to openly ever admit to sleeping with Kristen. And she eventually told, but
yeah, I mean, if there wasn't all the reality TV part, that probably would have been taken to the grave.
100%.
So, I mean,
she just wanted to be relevant.
Yep. So poor Stacey, she, she is not hiding from this. She is putting on her big girl panties and she's jumping in the car and she's going to go confront Florian and figure this out. I feel like you can really see the difference between the twins in how Stacey's handling this versus how Darcey would probably handle it. Mm-hmm. Stacey is you know what, I'm confronting this head on and I'm dealing with it. And I feel like Darcey would just be a puddle in the middle of the guest bedroom at her dad's house and refusing to leave or to, do anything, but just everybody, come and watch me cry. And
she would want the man to come to her to apologize is what she would want and to explain. Where Stacey's I'm going to go find out what happened. And I mean, I think we also got a tidbit of what Stacey would do, Darcey, because she called the girl. She is the one that got the number. She She's the one that called the girl for information.
But I think that was because it was her sister. I don't know if she would do the same. She likes to play the poor me card. So I don't think she'd do the same if it was her in that position. If she was in that position, I feel like she would want everybody coming by and being like, oh my God, we're so sorry. What can we do for you? Oh, you poor thing. And rehashing it and rehashing it and rehashing it.
Yeah.
For like the drama of it. Not like, I want to confront this. I want to figure out what happened. And I want to just move on. Like, let's get past this. So,
well, and we see that her dramatic side when it comes to Georgie being married.
Oh my God. So lame. Don't even get me started on that.
Oh, I will here in a minute.
It's so stupid. I can't take it. All right. So she jumps in the car. She heads out to get Florian, and she, drives to their apartment building, picks him up. I mean, he jumps in the car, and that's gotta be they're just quiet. It's gotta be like a super awkward car ride. I can't even imagine
100%.
how she's feeling, like the pit she must have in her stomach, and I just can't. I mean, because they're not getting into it in the car, so it's like, but this is coming.
You know it's coming, yeah.
I mean, God, I can't even imagine. So looks like they're driving to some sort of park area, and I love that she always likes to have these confrontational chats, like next to a body of water. Did you catch that?
Throw his ass in.
It's like the first thing I thought. Like, they sit down, I'm like, oh, look, another body of water to drown him in if she can't get past this.
Oh, my God. She must know that he can't swim, so that's... Florian, can you swim?
Poor Florian. Poor Stacey, but still. Yeah. So, they sit down and start having this chat. I mean, Stacey basically just comes right out and asks him, like, what happened in that hotel room. She wants to know how he even got himself into this position. If he's still claiming that nothing happened, that he did not sleep with this girl, what is he even doing in this position? And I can't believe that he is still, even right now, sticking to saying, nothing happened. I didn't do anything. I didn't have sex with her. I didn't have sex with her. And poor Stacey's just begging him to be open and just freaking tell her already. I mean,
well, she even says, and I'm totally team Stacey on this one, because she even says, like, it's hurting me more thinking that you're hiding something that if you were to just come out and tell me.
Well, and getting it in these little slow dribbles. Yeah. Like, you thought you knew all of it. Here's another, here's another piece. Like, here's another cut. Yep. Let me dig the knife in deeper for you.
For sure.
And then, I mean, so he's giving us nothing at this point. But then in the confessional that Stacey does, we get a little bit more of the details that he must have told her when the cameras weren't rolling. So she says apparently he met the chick on Instagram, and she asked him if he would do a photo shoot with her and for her Instagram account, and he agreed because he's a model. And they're supposed to meet up at a cafe and take some photos, and that was it. It's supposed to be innocent. So then they flash back to him and Stacey sitting by the water and talking, and she asks, how many times were you with him? And he says 2. I feel like that's at least one time too many, because the agreement was, hey, we'll go to a cafe and I'll take some pictures with you for your Instagram. Right. So why were you guys together again? What was the second time for?
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I don't even understand that. And then why did he even agree to meeting her to do any photos with her? Like, what was he getting out of it? Who is this girl? Know, right? What was he getting out of it? He never explains that part of the equation. And then I don't stay in the show, at least Stacey didn't ask. So I don't know if she asked behind, off camera, but that's what I want to know. Like, why would he even agree? What was in it for him? Why is he meeting up with this girl? Because from what we're seeing, it basically looked like an attractive girl DM'd him and said, hey, you're cute, let's meet up. And they met up and they had some drinks. And they had some fun, and he just assumed no one would ever find out. And then, hey, it was a fling, and I'm moving to America, and I'm going to marry Stacey, and, that this was like my last fling before I moved to America and start my whole new life.
Right.
That's a little bit more what it seems like, because
that's
it's not
exactly what it seems like to me, too.
It's not adding up. Yeah. So then we flash back over to Florian's confessional, and the producers ask him straight out, how did you end up laying on her bed? Great question. Like, awesome. Good job, producers. Florian, let's see how you're going to dodge this one, buddy.
Right.
What are you going to say? And then instead of like actually giving an answer, he just says he told the chick that she should never post the picture, and he actually suggested to her that she deleted it.
Delete it. Yep.
Okay, well, why was the picture taken in the first place? That's not an answer to how you ended up in bed with this girl.
Right. And if the sole purpose was for her Instagram, why would you suggest that she deletes it?
Well, and I can't imagine that was the picture for the Instagram, but it doesn't. I mean, Florian is either really dense or like amazing at subterfuge. One of the two. I mean, because he just dodges and weaves and like he manages to never really actually answer any question that's asked of him.
No, I think he's really just that dense.
Okay.
I think he's that dense, and I think he's just, to be honest, like, I think he's 100% uninterested in all of it. Like,
yeah, true. He really doesn't care.
Yeah, I just don't think he is interested in it, and he doesn't want, and he's just that dense. Like,
yeah. Poor Stacey.
Even when he tells Stacey how much he loves her, there's no emotion.
Even if they make it through this, what are the chances of them actually like being together till death do them part?
I'd want a hidden camera to see how he is off camera, because if he's like this in real life all the time and not just trying to, be cautious because of the cameras.
Yeah.
Boy, bye.
Yeah, he's definitely a little boring. I mean, I don't know. And then if they're gonna well, yeah. And then if they're gonna move to LA, I don't know. Even without this whole thing, I'm not sure that I see them lasting. I mean, unless like Stacey has no dreams or desires to move anywhere else, and they're gonna buy a little house and they're gonna have some babies and just live like a very quiet little life.
No, not Stacey style.
No, but if like Stacey and Darcey are gonna move to LA and they're gonna like, do more reality shows, and they're going to get their brand back up and going and running and be all in the limelight and doing all of this stuff, I feel like he's gonna get left behind pretty easily, and he's gonna get resentful, and he'll probably cheat on her again, and that this just isn't gonna be the last time, because it's not gonna be about him, and he's probably gonna just feel bored and resentful and left behind.
100%.
So, I mean, everyone wants the best, right? You don't get married saying, oh, this is definitely just my first wedding. I'll have more.
I used to say that in high school.
I'm only getting married once.
Good first husband. He'd make a good first husband.
He's a starter husband.
Yep.
Everyone needs a starter husband. So, let's see. We bounced.
I'm getting too old for a starter husband.
You're never too old for a starter husband, okay?
Unless it's like a quick Vegas marriage or
exactly. It'll just be like a 6-month. It's just a COVID starter husband.
It's like Kim Kardashian marriage. It's fine.
Oh, yes, exactly. So we bounce back over to the water. Stacey is still asking him just to tell her the truth. And tell her all of it so she doesn't have to find out anymore from other people, and she can just find out from him.
Yep.
Florian just keeps basically saying, getting away with telling her nothing. Saying he doesn't want to tell her because it'll hurt her. And she just begs him, like, dude, you're hurting me more. Come on, just tell me, so I don't have to hear it from anyone else. Still isn't budging. He says, nope. I understand. I do it no more. Okay. So you understand what you were that you were basically cheating, and you're not going to cheat anymore, and then that should be the end of it. She should be happy with that. It doesn't. I mean, Stacey there looked as frustrated as I felt watching it. I don't understand why he's playing these games. Just tell her the truth, dude. She's going to find out. She already saw the video. We all know. We're not dumb. So
if she saw those, she's going to see more.
Yeah. I mean, if I was at this point, I think I'd say, like, man up and tell me exactly what happened, or I'm out. And we're getting divorced, and we're done. This marriage is getting annulled, and you can go back to your country, because I'm 100%. Tired of playing these games, and this is ridiculous. And if you can't tell me 100%. The truth now, then what's that say for the rest of our life together?
Yep, I agree.
So
I'd be the same way.
Yeah. The refusing to talk because I'm afraid to hurt you, no, not a good excuse.
So, ladies, we all know the omission and the silence is much more hurtful, especially when there's already been something and there's already been proof that something is going on. Mm-hmm. That's when it's even worse, because you're like, what else is happening?
Well, and he just won't even explain what she saw. It's not even, he won't give her anything. It's like, this is your chance, explain. So yeah, I mean, back by the water, we still get nothing. Florian tells Stacey it's over, it's done. He just keeps saying it won't happen again. She finally says, like, this cannot happen again. And he promises it won't, and then they kiss and that's it. And I'm just kind of stuck watching it going, is there more that TLC is not showing us? Because how could she just give in and finally be like, well, I guess I'm not getting anything from him. So I'll just say, you know, okay, let's just kiss and make up and move on. It does.
Cut.
So bizarre. It's so bizarre to me. It doesn't even make any sense. I mean, the only thing I think while watching this is that Florian is still trying to save face to cameras, and he just doesn't want to spill the beans on camera. And so he's pushing her off and pushing her off and pushing her off. Mm-hmm. And then he plans to, like, tell her behind the scenes, you know, later what happens.
I kind of think so, too, because he definitely seems like a private person like that.
He does. He does not seem to want all his dirty laundry aired, even though he signed up for this reality show. But I have a feeling Stacey and Darcey...
Careful, because, I know. He needs to be careful, though, because Detective Darcey's getting all the goods. It's not like... Well, it's going to come out.
And if Detective Darcey didn't do it, the fans surely will, because everything always comes out.
100%.
Like, the fans online are sleuths, and everything always comes out eventually.
Yep.
All right, so that's it for now for the Stacey and Florian saga, and now we get to catch up with Darcey and Georgie, and they are going to have lunch with a couple of of Stacey and Darcey's friends.
Yeah.
Raina and Debbie are back, and they're going to meet him. So, see how this one goes. Starts off good. I mean, the first thoughts is they think that Georgie looks like a movie star, and they seem to like him. And, you know, they think he's hot, and he's Darcey's style. It's what she's always wanted, but she had to settle for Tom. Old Tom, not new Tom. Even though
new Tom's, yeah, she didn't really get new Tom.
Yeah, even though new Tom's not really my style either, but new Tom looks better than old Tom.
Exactly.
And let's see. So, you know, and I liked this. So Raina said, I would say he's gourmet versus fast food. I felt like that was a pretty good.
I did like that. That was a good analogy.
That was a really good analogy from her. I mean, yeah. I feel like that too. Georgie is definitely gourmet compared to Jesse and Tom.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, in everything. So Georgie's gaining points. He's being pleasant, you know, getting them drinks, ordering oysters, you know, being the doting boyfriend. The friends can see that he really does like Darcey. It doesn't seem like he's there for the wrong reasons. And then, you know, because things are going really well and everyone's getting along and there isn't any drama, in true Darcey fashion, she feels it's time to, you know, let's stir the pot a little. Let's stir the pot.
And the way she does it and says it is just cringeworthy.
It's like, so bad. And he's just sitting there, just, you know.
He's kind of sitting there like, what are you doing?
So, yeah, she brings up, you know, the M word. Oh, gotta tell you guys something. I mean, Georgie's married. But we're gonna get through this together because I really want to stand by him. Like, what do you get? Oh, Darcey. Darcey. Personally, I think this bullshit's for the show. I think that Darcey and 100%. Georgie don't really have a storyline besides Georgie's a great guy and there's really not a whole lot they can, like, you know, dramatize out of it. And Darcey, of course, does not want to get left behind and have her sister, Stacey, get more airtime. So we really got to play this up that, like, his divorce.
100%.
Yep, not being finalized. You know, this needs to be a really, really big deal because I got nothing else.
I do too. I think so.
So
definitely this season, sadly enough, for the show has been a reach for the stars a lot.
It has.
A lot of reaching. And you can kind of tell.
I feel like she should be more depressed about her bad extensions than she is about Georgie still being married.
Which, her daughters.
Hilarious. Oh, that was great too. Yes. That was awesome. Yeah, see? Her daughters know Georgie's got better hair. Even they said it. Okay. So
our mom's so beautiful, but
yeah, but Georgie has better hair. Sorry, Mom. So yeah, I mean, Georgie's just sitting there taking it like it's no big deal. Good for him. I mean, Jesse would have like yelled and cussed and stormed out. God knows what Tom would have done. Yeah, it's stupid. Obviously, the friends are surprised to hear this, but Georgie explains it for the millionth time. And, you know, though he does say they didn't apply for the separation until a year after they separated. And then Debbie says because she didn't want to leave. And then he kind of, I think he heard it, but he was still talking. So he kind of like didn't address it right that second.
Right.
You know, and he continues to explain the court's closed with COVID and everything, and they just couldn't get it finalized because it was supposed to be done. But then I love it because then Georgie kind of comes back and to lighten the mood a little bit, he's like, well, you know, I mean, who would want to leave me, right? So maybe Debbie touched on a little bit, like, you know, the ex-wife was still holding on hope that even through though they were separated, maybe there was something to come back to. I mean, that happens. That's usually what happens when you separate.
Oh, yeah. We mentioned this last week. Yeah. But if you guys see the previews for next week, there's talk that he might have a kid.
Oh, I don't remember hearing that in the previews, but I remember hearing that a few weeks ago in just chit-chatter online that there was something going on about him possibly having a kid. So,
which could be why the divorce is taking longer because now you've got kids involved.
Yeah, definitely. That can definitely make a divorce take longer. So I'm very curious to know if he's got a kid because that would be a whole different ballgame. Like that is something to be upset that someone didn't tell you.
Right.
Or that they didn't tell you in a way that I guess they told you when you had been drinking and you didn't really choose to hear it. But I mean, if someone like, okay, you're still technically married on paper, but you guys like have turned in all the paperwork, fine. But not telling me you have a kid when you have a kid. And then we're supposed to be like in this relationship where the goal is if it works out to get married and have a life together. I mean, the kid thing is kind of a big one. That's important.
It is a big one. It is a big one, but we'll find that out next week.
So we'll find out. That I'm excited to find out. Let's see. So Darcey is not finding any of this humorous. I mean, Georgie's trying to just, you know, roll with the punches, lighten the mood, tell the friends, you know, answer the questions. Like,
yeah, she's
and she's just sitting there like a sourpuss. I think she's just acting her part.
I think so.
I think it's for the cameras. I don't buy it.
100%.
The friends left, the mood's lightened, everyone, you know, all right, we're going to get more drinks. And then Stacey and Florian arrived to the party.
Yes.
And Stacey looks happy, you know, and she's telling everybody about the wedding and that they're married and the news. And Darcey looks like she's about to cry. Like there is like water like brimming over. She looks like she's about to cry.
It's almost like she's mad that they came and like took her thunder or something. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't.
Because in true fashion,
it's all about her.
Brought up again.
All about her.
Well, I think first we have the broccoli toss. Oh yeah, because she's talking about the wedding.
Yeah, so Stacey's telling her friends about the actual wedding and like, you know, what that it was in the room and just the two of them, and Florian set up all the flowers and the candles and all that stuff. And everyone's happy for him, but I mean Darcey's face just says it. So
as it typically does. Yeah. Says more than Florian's though. Her face says
Florian's face tells you nothing most of the time. But Darcey,
unless he's with some girl in blue lingerie, then he's all smiles.
Oh, there we got some true smiles out of him. So then Darcey says, "Oh, you didn't get to throw your bouquet." So Raina, like, they're looking around the table or looking around the restaurant, like, you know, what can we throw? And Raina grabs a big old floor out of broccoli and is like, "Here, throw this." So that's cute. I thought that was cute, though. And she's like, "All right, bridesmaids, like, get up." Cute. And then Darcey is like, there is no way anybody else is catching that broccoli.
And you know, Raina and Debbie already know that. They're like...
yeah, they're like, this bitch will cut me if I catch this broccoli.
Darcey will take a bitch down. Like, you do not want to be in the single girl group with Darcey ever.
No, not until she's married.
Yeah, till she's the one throwing the bouquet.
Yeah, till she's the one throwing the bouquet. So that was a cute little happy fun moment. And of course, you know, Darcey catches it. But it was cute.
It was cute.
So we had a nice little moment, and now it's over. So now the friends are wanting to know if the drama with Florian and the Cedric trick is still continuing, or if they've gotten past it and everything's good now that they're married. Stacey just kind of wants to sweep it under the rug, you know, and actually try.
And kind of was like, you know, we're past it, whatever.
Try and have one moment of enjoyment about her, you know, wedding with her friends and just have something for a minute. Darcey's not letting that happen. No. So she speaks up and says, "Huh?
Well, there's new information."
Yeah, exactly.
Again, her sourpuss face is like, really? Like, tell your girls on girl time.
Exactly.
So, but of course,
not while the guys are there. I mean, yeah, they should have done it separately. They shouldn't have had the guys there.
It's the Darcey show.
It really is. It's kind of getting annoying. Let's see. So, but now I find it funny that this is the time that Florian finally starts to actually speak. And he's finally starting to like tell us stuff and tell Raina and Debbie that he was on video. Like, he actually says it, which I was very surprised. He was on video with a girl in the bed. Nothing happened. And he says, you know, I denied it. Well, yeah, we all know you denied it, buddy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're all aware. Still not making you look any better, Florian. Telling us that, yes, you were in video with a girl in a bed, but you denied it, doesn't help your case at all. And everyone at the table isn't really okay with this, and Florian is still trying to explain himself, but just digging himself in deeper. And he kind of slips, and then, like, because he's so frustrated, and he alludes to more happening with everybody. And then with everybody chiming in, then Florian starts telling people to, like, shut the F up, and he's yelling at them, but he slips and says, "We got a little bit drunk, and it just happened." And then it's like, wait, what? What just happened?
Yeah, please explain. But then that's when Stacey, like...
Oh, she caught that real quick. She was like... So, I'm surprised. I mean, it took all of that and him getting flustered for us to finally, like, hear a little bit of the truth slip out. But that was definitely an accident. You could tell that
100%.
That just came out. So yeah, Stacey is like, wait, you said you didn't have sex with her. And then he's like trying to explain, still trying to stick to his story, and everyone's yelling at him and upsetting him.
And trying to backtrack and all the things.
Yeah, and then he just starts cussing everybody out. And then Stacey's like, you know what, I've had enough. This is ridiculous. I'm done. And she screams at everybody to knock it off, that it's her relationship. She's a strong woman. She'll get to the bottom of this. And she leaves the table and storms off with Florian in tow. Yep. And she's like, she's already married. She's sticking with him through thick or thin. And it's her choice. That's going to be it. So, dramatic. That was actually like a lot. And I feel so bad for her. All she wanted to do was come do a nice little meal with her friends and be happy for a second.
I think so. I think that it's a lot of it's weighing on her because her sister or her friends or whoever, but then again, it's that same, I think what really tipped her off was that slip that he had.
Yeah.
That
was bad.
Yeah. You just spent all afternoon with me begging you, embarrassingly begging you to just tell me. Mm-hmm. And I don't blame her.
I don't either.
Poor girl. It's geez Louise, this is exactly what she's talking about.
But she's being way nicer to him than I would be. I mean, she's holding it together because I think at that point I would have been throwing things with him, stabbing him with the dinner fork,
butter knife.
I don't know. It wouldn't have been good, okay?
He would have drowned. You would have waterboarded him to get him to tell you the truth at the river earlier.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have bought that. Or I would have been go pick a switch, buddy, because you're getting in trouble.
Seriously.
There's no way. So now Florian finally is okay. I didn't tell you everything.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you everything last night. Stacey's oh, good Lord. There's more.
I think she's honestly, nothing shocks her at this point. She's
no.
All right, just tell me.
The poor girl, she's so numb at this point because he just keeps lying to her. And she's what else? Just bring it. Bring it. What else you got?
Not wrong when she said that, too. She goes, I just feel numb.
Yeah.
She goes, I feel numb all over.
It's so sad. And Florian, dude, yeah, you're not doing her any good doing this way. So, it's bad when somebody starts with, understand that I love you, before they're about to tell you something that they did wrong.
Understand that I love you. Understand that you mean more to me than anything.
But.
Blah, 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 blah.
But I kissed the girl. And by kissing, I don't know. You guys, what do you think? Do you think he just kissed the girl? Because I think we're using the word kiss a little loosely here. So I'm going to guess it was a lot more than kissing. Or wherever he was kissing, it wasn't just her lips.
No. That's what I was going to say. There was plenty of lip action.
Yeah.
All over.
All over.
I mean, I can maybe buy that they didn't have actual...
Intercourse.
Yes. But there was some sex happening.
There was something more than just a little kissing. Sorry.
We all know what we mean.
Yeah.
So, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think that's the one thing he probably truly didn't do.
Maybe. Who knows? I mean, at this point, who knows? You can't trust him because he's just been lying over everything, every little tiny thing. It's and she's still going to, I think the truth will come out at some point. If there's more, I think it will come out.
It will, 100%.
Whether or not the girl has it recorded, I think it'll come out. If they did have sex, Shanti will see the videos or see, TLC, see the show and see that he's still denying it and will come out with it and be like, hey, no, that was not all that happened. Everything happened. Yeah. So that's just my predicament. I think that's what's going to happen. Poor Stacey. I mean, this is just killing her. And he's made it so much more hurtful by dragging it out. I mean, he's lucky that Stacey is sticking by him on this because I don't think many people would be able to just put that behind them and have a happy future and life with him. But she's you know what?
Especially again, as everything keeps coming out more and more and more. It's every time his mouth opens or every time Darcey opens an email.
Yeah. It's something bad again. So Stacey's all right, you finally told me the truth. Mm-hmm. We're going to get through this, but we're going to get through this between us. We don't need the whole peanut gallery dealing with this. And we're going to go back to the table and just tell everybody that we're fine. and we're ready to move past this, and we're just going to deal with this issue ourselves, which is great. I think that's what they should be doing, because
100%.
they don't need everyone in it. And Darcey needs to stay the hell out. I understand she wants to be there for her sister, but she's just making things worse.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah. So poor Stacey. So I mean, we finally got something on the Stacey and Florian saga. We knew there was something, and we finally got a little bit of truth. It's about time. It only took 9 episodes to get there. But we got there.
With only 1 episode left.
But we got there. So,
yes, we did. We got there.
So the following day, we are now with Darcey in their apartment.
Yep.
And Darcey is doing Georgie's hair. Poor Georgie. And she's messing around with it a bit, and you finally get to see like a tiny little sliver of him getting annoyed, where he's like, okay, like, stop. Like, I'm not your toy. Like, if you're going to do my hair, do my hair. Don't, like, keep messing with me.
Right.
But even that seems like that's it. That seems like the most annoyed he gets. And then she fixes his hair, and he says thanks, and, you know, it passes quickly. So, I can only imagine what it's like to be trapped in a room with Darcey for weeks on end.
Oh my gosh. If it's half as painful as watching some of these episodes.
Poor Georgie. I don't know.
Georgie deserves a medal.
She better be really good in bed. Over in Middletown at Daddy's house, the whole family's getting together, and they're going to have a barbecue. So Mom is over there, Dad's over there, Stacey and Florian are coming, and Darcey and Georgie are coming, and
because it's Mom and Florian's birthday.
Yes,
so that's what we're celebrating.
That's right.
Today.
Mom and Florian's birthday, and then Darcey's kids, her 2 daughters, are living there right now during quarantine.
Yep.
So they're all there, and Stacey wants to tell her family that they're married because they don't know yet.
Did you notice when they pulled up, there was like the SILVA in the front yard in light?
I saw that, but I couldn't tell if that was real or if that was like put on as an after effect.
No, I think they were real light.
Okay, how funny. I did see that. I just caught it
very
briefly.
But because I saw it a couple times in the episodes, it wasn't just.
Oh, okay. So that's just like in their front yard?
Apparently.
Okay.
They want everyone to know where they. I mean, talk about wanting attention, Darcey.
Drop off all your unwanted and used extensions here.
Along with unavailable men. Unavailable? Knock on my door.
Are you foreign and unavailable? Well, then I might be the girl for you. Do you have hidden wives and children that nobody knows about?
Do you like girls with big boobs and horrible extensions?
Please apply here. Take a number. We will get back to you in a timely manner. All right, so
funny.
Stacey needs to tell her family that they're married, and you know, Darcey, of course, feels the need to share about Georgie that his divorce isn't finalized. Blah 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 blah. And then this is when the girls comment in the confessional that Georgie's hair is better than their mom's, which was amazing. Thank you, TLC. That was great. Thank you, daughters.
Thank you so much for showing us that.
Yeah. I wish we could see.
Just to make sure everyone wasn't thinking she had this amazing hair.
I wish we could see Darcey's response to watching her daughters say that in the confessional.
Oh my god!
Maybe
I hope they do a
pillow.
I hope they do a strikes back on this.
Oh yeah, that would be cute.
Because I would love, although I don't think I could watch another episode, which is Darcey explaining.
Or the pillow talk.
I would love to see the clap back.
Pillow talk would be funny too.
Pillow talk would be hilarious.
To watch the other cast members talk on this. So they're going to get grilling, and Georgie offers to help grill, which just, you know, another point in my book. Still loving Georgie.
Which it really is. He wants to be involved. He doesn't want to sit on the sidelines. Like,
he's helping out.
Definite points.
Yeah.
Definite points for him.
He's willing to, you know, like walk inside and just like help with the food. He doesn't need like to be right next to Darcey every single moment. And then the twins come out with cakes for Florian and their mom, and they sing a really god-awful rap.
birthday.
Oh, that was hilarious. He's like, happy.
Oh, that's not what we sing here? Like, this poor man's just confused in American culture.
Oh, my God.
But her daughter calls him out, was like, did you guys just make that up? And they're like, yeah. Oh, we just kind of...
Well, and then the dad is like, yeah, we don't need to hear it again. When they started, see, he's like, once is enough. Like, we're good.
Yeah, no, we good.
We're good. So that was, slightly horrific. Everyone looks confused, horrified. Daddy is not impressed with their song capabilities. And I find myself liking Dad more and more, as time goes on. He does not call their shit. They may be Daddy's little girls, but he does not let them get away with everything.
No,
he's like, yeah, they're nuts. They're, they're a little much, but
they're mine.
Yeah, they must take after their mom. We don't see a lot of their mom, so I'm not sure about her personality, but so it's cake time, and it's also time to spill the beans. So Florian and Stacey tell everyone that they got married. Yay! And that goes over well, and everyone's happy for them.
It does.
And then Dad tells her that she's proud, or Dad tells her that she's proud of her, what she really needed to hear, and that was nice. She needed at least something happy and some sort of pick-me-up, and, poor Stacey. She's just been beaten down this whole week, so she definitely
needed someone to be excited about something and not to just bring shit up.
Exactly. So Stacey and Florian and the girls and Mom, everyone heads off to the pool, and now that just leaves us with Darcey and Georgie and Dad. And, Darcey still wants to tell her dad what is going on with Georgie, and, she wants to get it out and off her chest. She wants everybody to know. And
she does.
But is she going to tell the girls or no? I think she said she didn't want to tell the girls, right?
I don't think she wants the girls to know. No,
okay.
I think that's one reason why she stayed behind when they were going to get in the pool, is because I think she was planning.
Okay.
Since it was just going to be the three of them, to tell her dad.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I couldn't remember if a couple episodes ago she was like, well, no, I need to tell everybody, and including the girls, and I want to hide stuff. I can't remember.
I think from what I remember, she's always been pretty cautious about it.
Yeah, of what to tell them. I mean, they know that she left them with her, their grandparent or their grandfather to go shack up with him, to be in quarantine with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you think Dad's going to take the news of Georgie being married? When you were watching this, what were your thoughts? How did you think he was going to react?
I was nervous because sorry, I was looking at the note.
Well, I can say I thought that he would be more realistic about it and be like, oh, wow, wait, what? He's married? And then Georgie would explain the situation, and he'd be like, okay, so it's just a paperwork thing. It's a technicality. But it's in the process. You've done everything you could, and now it's just a waiting game for the courts. And be like, all right, well, it shouldn't be a problem then. As soon as the courts open up, you follow up with it and make sure it goes through, and then it's a done deal.
Oh, I know. No, I did not think Dad would be understanding at all.
Well, he seems realistic, so that's why I just thought.
Does seem realistic, but I don't think I also think that it doesn't faze him because I don't think he trusts any of the girls' boyfriends. And then after what they just went through with Florian and him knowing about this other girl, everything that happened with Jesse and Tom and everything else, I don't think it surprises him.
The track record.
I think that there's no trust for him. Yeah, the track record's not there. And he even says, eventually right after, he wants to talk to Georgie alone.
Mm-hmm.
And he even says, one of my problems with Florian is the fact that he lied and everything we just went through with him. And so I think on normal circumstances, absolutely. He'd be the level-headed one. He'd be like, okay, you've got everything done. Because he's clearly been through a divorce as well. Yeah. We don't even know how many Dad's been through. Maybe Dad's been through a couple. But the track record's just not there. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't trust him either.
That's true.
They just this shit with Florian.
Georgie's kind of being like almost punished a little bit for Darcey's, for the past guys.
Yep.
So,
100%.
Yeah. I mean, and good for Georgie, though, for, like, having no problem talking to Daddy alone. And, Darcey hightails it out of there real quick.
Bomb and go.
Hi. Yeah, I mean, Dad just wants to make sure the intentions are good. Georgie has good intentions. He wants his daughter to be happy. He wants her to be with a great guy, treated well, everything everybody wants for their loved ones. But I like that he basically just tells him, my daughter needs a really strong man and don't hurt her and good luck. I mean, so at least while he wasn't real excited about the whole marriage thing and he didn't act the way I thought he was going to act about it. Right. At least he didn't grill him and yell at him or, tell him you shouldn't be with my daughter or,
I'm not liking this. Yeah. He
just told him to hey, get your ducks in a row when the courts open up. Make sure, follow through. So, yeah, it didn't. And Georgie was super respectful. No raising his voice, no snarky tone, no sarcasm. He does a really good job of just hearing people out and listening and not getting defensive in any way, shape, or form. Even though I can only imagine how annoyed I'd be about this dead horse being beaten like this of my divorce that just hasn't been finalized. I'd be so frustrated.
It seems even going back to the dinner with the friends, and I meant to point this out then, it's it gets mentioned and he just stonewalls. He's checks out because he's oh my God, it's happening again. It's
but then he explains it and he explains it without being upset or mad or defensive or
anything. No.
Yeah. He just calmly and rationally explains it and says this is the situation, answers any questions they have, and then that's it. He doesn't give them any fodder to keep digging and poking and digging and poking.
No. No, he doesn't.
So, good for him. And after all of this, Georgie still says he wants to be with Darcey and he, hopes that eventually he can be part of her family. And then they show him walking around the apartment and looking at his computer for something while he's saying he wants to be with Darcey and be a part of her family. And then they show him with a big bulge in his pocket. Not that kind of bulge, guys. It's a ring box.
It is a ring box.
And in the ring box is not a key. This time.
It's not a key.
Not a key.
You're right.
It is a ring. However,
a beautiful ring too.
And this is where he leaves us because Darcey is not in this scene. He is in their apartment alone with the ring box, and he says he wants to propose, and then that's it.
Which I do think again is another point for him because no man's ever done this with her. No man's ever been I want to propose. They've never filmed a man on his own. Saying this.
No, we got one who got guilted into giving a promise ring, and then the other that got guilted into giving a house key because he didn't want to give her even a promise ring.
When you live on another country, on another continent.
Here's the key to my house. Go. Anytime you're in town, come on over.
Whenever you're in the neighborhood.
It's only a day flight away, but hey,
Oh my gosh, it probably was even the key to his place.
And I'm not sure how Darcey, she's going to obviously be super excited if/when he proposes to her. However, if he's still technically married because the courts have not opened because they're still filming during quarantine, is she going to be super excited as she should be? Or is she going to use this as another excuse to be I would be really excited about this proposal if he wasn't still married.
100% is what she's doing right there.
Poor me.
100%.
Poor me.
100%.
How can I be happy right now when he's still married?
Or she'll be is this her ring?
Or what?
Is this her ring? Is this
the ring she gave? Yeah.
We don't know. It could be.
That's true. The shops were closed. Where'd you get it? Amazon.
True.
Where everyone else gets everything. Okay. So now they're showing us the previews though of next week, and Darcey's picking fights with him about some chick commenting on a picture on his Instagram, and like, he can't help the people commenting. Should he not have an Instagram? Should she not? I mean, because people comment.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense, and I'm sure it's something ridiculous. So now it shows him that he's contemplating proposing to her because of this little argument and whatever goes on. So it looks like next week we're going to either have a engaged Darcey or a single Darcey on our hands. So,
I mean,
should be.
We're used to one of them.
It should, yeah. Either way, she's going to cry about something. So it should be
exactly.
It should be another entertaining episode.
Always.
So, yeah, guys. I mean, tell us, what are your predictions? Do you guys think that she's actually going to get engaged, or do you think that she's gonna nag him so much that he finally decides it's not worth it and he's gonna hightail it out of there?
I think they're gonna get engaged.
And maybe he'll DM Shanti or whatever her name is.
Maybe.
You know. Florian seems like he wouldn't mind sharing.
Right. True.
I'm done with her. She's all yours. So that's it. That's it for this week for episode 9. Another fun-filled episode of Darcey and Stacey.
As always. Our favorite train wreck to watch on Sunday night.
Oh, it is such a train wreck. Oh, good Lord. I mean, I've enjoyed our time with this, but I'm kind of ready for this season to come to a close. I might need a little break. You know?
I need a break from them.
Exactly. A break from them. Not from reality TV, guys. Just from them.
Yeah.
Just
No.
No.
Just
because we got all sorts of things coming. We got Housewives. We got Orange County Housewives coming. We got Family Chantal, which I kind of watch, I kind of don't. We have The Other Way that just came back and started.
Yes, started last night.
It started last night. or the night before. A couple nights
ago.
Because I started watching some of it and then I got distracted by the baby. So I'm gonna get back to it. So we'll be figuring out what other shows we're gonna be doing reviews next for you. But we are watching them all. So
we are. We watch them all. So if there's one that you guys are curious on our thoughts, let us know in the comments.
Let us know. And we will start focusing on what ones you guys like the most as far as our reviews. But we watch them all. We watch most of the Housewives. And then we watch most of pretty much all the TLC stuff. All the 90-day stuff. So that's it. Make sure to like our video and go ahead and comment. Let us know your thoughts on this episode. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our reviews. And that's it. And join us here next week for episode 10. And it's the last episode?
It is.
All right.
The season finale.
Season finale. All right, guys. So join us next week for the review of the season finale. And we will see if Florian has been pushed into any large body of water yet. and if Darcey is single or engaged.
Who knows? We'll find out.
You never know with these two. All right, guys.
Never know.
We will see you.
All right.
We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.